Alright, we should be live, back, and we're going to be doing an Arena Cube draft. Because that is an option now, so go hop in over here. And we have gold to spend, so we're going to do that. So I've watched one draft of this version of the cube so far, and apparently there are multiples of the fetches and shocks again. So it is possible we will see two of the same fetch land or two of the same shock land in a draft. We'll do one, maybe two of these, and then I'll go back to Silksong. Hopefully, it goes better than last night. That was frustrating. Yeah, it was not hard, but could not quite do some precision platforming that was not like, again, not super hard or anything. It was just incredibly frustrating. Alright, what have we got? I see Elspeth, who is quite possibly the pickup. There is also Reckless Stormseeker, Jetpack Werewolf. I do like Agent of Rafine for the grindy matchups. This thing is okay, but not amazing. Which Beator is this? Flying Lifelink. When number 1/1 counters on up to one other target creature you control equal the amount of life you gain this turn. Return to one target creature card with mana valueless. I'm very inclined to take Elspeth, I think. Like, all three of her modes are really strong, and if we get some decent tokens going, real good. That is, ooh, that's that Tajik, though. I missed that. I did not see it was this Tajik specifically. This guy's ridiculous. Indestructible haste and just keeps conjuring cards until he goes all the way up the chain. I think we take Elspeth, though. I could also see it being Jetpack Werewolf. The haste is really strong. Whole lot of lands here. I just want the Mind Stone. I could take Day of Judgment. Like, the Elspeth is a win con in and of herself. She does not need a whole lot of anything else going on. Ephemerate is creature I control. Yeah. But I think there are other Wraths in the format, so I'm going to take the Mind Stone. This conjures the stab wound, right? Doesn't make token stab wounds, yeah. There is a Legion War boss. Goes fine with Elspeth. Guardian of Ghirapur can be really good. Honestly, though, I think it's the War boss. We might just do a red-white aggro deck. If we're... creature enlists a creature, you get a one-time boon. When you cast a creature spell, that creature enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. Come down for a Legion War boss here. The Cosmic Sovereign. Flying Haste. This creature gets +1/+0. Conjure a random creature with mana value X onto the battlefield where X is this creature's power. That creature gains haste exile at the beginning of the next end step. There's a Crucius. No red-white lands here. I think the dragon is better than Beza. A Beza would also be fine. Dragon's a little underwhelming for a 3/4. As a 3/4 for 5. So, and I have seen this thing hit like all over the place. Like amazing cards, terrible cards, and everything in between. Tribal Flames, Hired Claw. The Twin Moss Stormbrood is not terrible, but I think we're just taking Lightning Strike. There is also a Magmatic Hellkite, and that is not bad in this format. In fact, that might be the pickup. Maybe we just do like some mid-range things. We already got a Mind Stone, a little more ramp. Cast your second non-creature spell. Conjure a card named Mox Sapphire. Sacred Foundry. Burst Lightning. A 3/3 Prowess. Might just be the Burst Lightning, though. Might be. There's a Thieving Aven, which makes me sad to let that one go by. The Heist card. White Red Dual Land. Billion Click. That's the one that returns non-land permanent. Non-creature, non-land permanent. I did that last time with it too, where I thought it could pull back creatures, and it was just absolutely insane, and then it turns out it was only good. Not mind Rip Apart, but I think this is Lava Spur Boots. Got quite a few big scary things. Oh, there's Jetpack Werewolf on the wheel. Alright, I'm down for taking her too. This can go face. But yeah, I think we're gonna take the werewolf. Alright, take the white fetch land. Currently only have the Legion War Boss for Elspeth. And of course Elspeth for Elspeth. So, like she's hurting for ways to make bodies. Is the way to make bodies. And take a scary white creature. 3-mana 3/3 flyer. I guess that's scary enough. Of course, Restoration Angel for 1 less mana. Toughness, loses flash. Can hit angels, though. It's not itself. What else we drafting with? Give me the teaching or Swift Spear teachings. It's typically 2 damage unless I grab like the dual lands to make it deal more, which is actually a possibility. So I think I actually take that over the 1-drop. Take a Collector here as a 3-mana 3/3 Prowess. That might do other stuff. Yeah, because if I get some off-color dual lands relatively late, then I can just jam them in the deck and make Tribal Flames a lot stronger. Oh, there's an Inti. Bulwark Ox, not terrible. This is playable, but yeah, Inti's just the strongest card in the pack. Hey. This Lightning Helix, you're probably the pickup here, because I only see Kellen. White-green Kellen. Reveal the top card if it's a creature card with mana value 3 or less. Yeah, I've got some Donkey Dragons, so Helix it is. Board leader. Pick up Swift Spear. Might pick up Spellbinder, honestly, though. Yeah, I'll take Paulo. EDR won't lead me astray, will you? Paulo? I wouldn't. Good. Yeah, Adversary's just gonna be better for this deck than Sad Robot. Rabbit Battery is okay. Rabbit Battery is decent because if it's attached to the creature, you're still getting the power and toughness, and it's not vulnerable, like, to the Wrath. And then once the Wrath has happened, if you top deck a creature, you might be able to suit it up and start attacking again. And if you can't, you probably still get through for a couple points of damage with the 1/1, like a turn or two, where they deal with that one also. Not mind a Rabbit Battery, but Neon, Chaos, Molten Exhale. Alright, 1 mana, 2/1 versus White next for an XX. Shift his counters around everybody else. We only have a couple of go wide cards right now, Warboss and Elspeth, so I'm getting enough reward. Yeah, I'll take a Thought Partition. Exile the best card in their hand, or the most problematic. For the early game, ideally. Just a little bit of disruption early. It doesn't, the problem is it doesn't do anything against spells that cost 5 or more mana. Unless turning them white helps somehow, but normally it doesn't. Ooh, Magda. I already have some dragons, and she's a good early aggressive creature. And so far it looks like all the lands were in pack 1. Seeing quite so many. Like, I don't even remember seeing any in the packs where I didn't have, like, spells. It's probably going to be Gideon. Typhoon is not terrible, but Gideon's very strong. Goes well with my other stuff.
We can banish evil from this plane.
Okay, Gideon. Say so. Honestly, I don't think you need my help banishing evil. Hey, Teferi. Alright. So we have the Ox. Yeah, I can put counters on my stuff with Elspeth also. So. It's the only one I can run. Okay, I'll take a Swift Spear. Robo Rabbit. Not bad. I don't think we have a very viable 2-pack deck, feels like, so maybe. But depending on what we get in the next pack, determine how, like, what we move in and out of the deck. Maybe. And it's definitely. Your attack, start creature, fighting player controls with power lessons. Power can't block this turn. Raid. There's Zealous Conscripts. Probably the most tempting. Restoration Angel, also very strong. Evison, not unplayable. There's an Abrade. I think it's just the conscripts, though. Oh, good, it is nerfed Grenzo. You don't own with mana value 3 or less at the bottom. That's how you know it's the nerfed Grenzo, because it used to be just any spell you don't own once per turn costs 0 mana, and that was absolutely insane. Sure, I'll take more Make a Goblin tokens. Hopefully we can wheel the Legion's Landing from this pack. Yeah. Twin Flame Tyrant. White Black spell. Yeah, I can take Twin Flame as one of my top end creatures. I don't know which all of the top end we're running out. There's actual factual Lightning Bolt, yeah. No, get in my pile, Lightning Bolt. Alright. Down for an Adelaine. Yeah, I think the Tribal Flames is looking a little anemic here. There is still a chance, but it seems more and more unlikely. I could take a Rogren Triumph. I could also take a Hallowed Fountain, but I'm probably just taking Spectre here. They're an aggressive creature that draws me a card later on. Inferno Titan or Blade Splicer? I think we take the Blade Splicer here. There's also a Mana Tithe, which would not be terrible. Mesa. We have Kytheon, Thraben Inspector, Swift Spear, Rabbit Battery right now. Ranger. If I wanted to. I think I'm just going to take the Perfect Fetch, though. Resto's real good, but I think this is just a Braid. Artifact that's going to mess me up. Massive card advantage engine, or their ramping spell, or something else obnoxious. You know, like the Great Henge or something. Card draw spell and life gain and ramp all at the same time. I would prefer if you did not gain a ton of life, opponent. I am trying to kill you. This is a Nexus of Becoming deck, but not running any of the other cards either, so not playing in the pod, so I don't have to take the thing that scares me most, which would probably be Renin 6 at that point. I have a bunch of little guys running around. I have 33 cards, well, 32. One land so far. Depending on how many of the higher casting cost stuff I wind up with, determine if I need to cut anything. Don't think so. This thing looked really crazy, but it kind of came up short, and spending 3 life to equip it and then having your guy get killed is not the best. The best thing for it might be if my creatures are, like, expendable, like all the tokens I'm potentially making. Wouldn't be terrible. That way it redirects opponents' interaction away from... You know, like, they can't afford to let Adelaine stay, but that just means that the token gets to attack and make a ball lightning. That sort of thing. Chrono Titan might even make the final build good enough. The Mark Lightnings. Alright. We're actually going to make 10 cuts, so... Honestly, the Sovereign is so hit and miss, I could see losing that one. Do not mind the Magmatic in this format, though. I don't quite have enough non-creatures for this thing to be anything more than a 3-mana 3/3 a lot of the time. I can be doing better. Evidenced by all of the cards up here. With counters, so it would be able to protect something like Intrepid Adversary. I think we can cut that one with cards like the Rabbit Battery already. I don't Mind Stone here. Lavamancer's medium here. Compared to some of the other stuff I've got going on anyway. That one's so... Might actually just be the War Boss. He's fine, but I think my other stuff is better. Again, I don't need other token makers with Elspeth. She's not, you know, the Angel, the 4/5 flying lifelink, where all my token makers are also much better, and then I need to consider them. It's like, no, she's good enough at making tokens on her own. She does not necessarily need token makers. It could be the Ox. Yeah, Ox is fine, but not great. Appreciate that all of my burn except for a braid goes face, and that's killing artifacts, so fine to keep it. I could cut the Inferno Titan just because it's a 6-drop. That's also a fine way to finish a game where I've been flooding out, so... It's the Royal Eruption. This is the weakest of my burn, but it is still face burn. I could cut the Abrade and just try and kill the opponents fast enough, but then I lose out on being able to destroy problematic artifacts. Maybe that's okay, though. We just go all in on beating down. Hey. Go all in on beating down, and we have a few cards that will help us if we start to fall behind. If our opponent plays a Wrath or something, we have some ways to rebuild. Alright. Really hoping I draw a better 2-drop here. Takes 1. Oh good, a 4/4. 3 mana. Also it has reach, so it can get in the way of my other stuff. Why shouldn't it? So it's +2 I always forget exactly what her other side even does. Attacking me for 8 here. I mean, we're essentially trading the 2/3 for a 4/4 with reach, so I think that's okay. Yep. Okay. Let's look for something better. Nope. Can't even attack through the Hydra. Oh, they have an Inferno Titan. Okay, well. This just keeps getting worse. Yep. Okay, that was my fault for not cracking the fetch land beforehand, but Jesus. Like, I can steal Inferno Titan and that doesn't do enough. I can throw my dragon down, but that also doesn't do enough. Huh? Oh. Kill the Inferno Titan here, I think. But that still leaves me pretty dead. Like, if they have stone nothing in their hand, I'm still very far behind. And... yeah. Nope. That's not gonna do it. Alright. I always do very poorly on arena cubes anymore. Like, a while back I used to be able to draft a decent deck and have it work, but I do not do well during arena cubes for the most part anymore. So I will not be surprised if I cannot get wins with this. Alright, at least I'm on the play this time. What's that? I'm gonna need another land, though. Preferably a plains at this point. Good enough. Let's get this pain train a-rolling. Opponent, how do you not have any non-basic lands? There are so many in this format. Okay, you got him. And they immediately play a shock land. Fetch land. Not good enough, but, you know. Now they get there, or they get Thundering Falls or something. Raucous Theater. I'm going to assume that's mostly in there for the surveil value and not because they actually think... Sure, take a look at my hand. Tell me what you think. Alright, let's see what their hand is first. Get rid of that. Kill that. Cut him in half. And yep. That'll do. Alright, we won one game. Ooh. Doing it. Well, on the play again, so keep this. Alright, go get him, Robo Rabbit. Alright, opponent, crack that fetch. Lose that life. Blue-green Triome. Doesn't necessarily mean they're those three guys. Okay, now it kind of does. Well, that is a 1-3 in my way, so... And for 3 real quick. do something dirtily, like... No, that's playing another creature. It's nowhere near dirtily enough. Alright, let's do this one first. See if they got anything coming up that's problematic. 1, 2, 3. So I think it's actually the Azure scale then. Reconfigure onto that. Buff it some more. Hit him for 5. Because if they don't do anything significant this turn now, they just die in the air, so... Yeah, do not care about your thing. Yeah, that ain't it. Cast Lalamore Elves and pass turn. Yeah, there we go. Alright. We did it. And to the face. Alright, that was more indicative of how I thought the red-green matchup would go. Unfortunately, we ran into the opponent that was just like, yeah, I have a 3-mana 4/4 reach into a, like, 5-mana 4/4 Vigilance Trample into, and it just kept going in that fashion. Seems weak. Hey, I do need a Plains at some point in time, though. Okay, good. They did not have a burn spell for my rabbit, so... The rabbit lives. Yeah, I don't... Like, they get their treasure, so... But if they're a red-white aggro deck, I don't think letting them beat me down for 3 while I miss out on damage is going to go well. Oh, cool. So now I need a Plains. Desperately. There goes my Plains. Yep. Thanks, Ragavan. You little jerk. Well, I can't win now. I literally needed that, like, it doesn't matter because she is haste and menace, so I was always getting hit by. Alright, that's fine. It's not, but whatever. I don't get to destroy one of their lands or anything here. And they hit my Seer Slicer if they want to cast it and make a 1/1 here. I would if I were them, but I don't know what's in their hand. Yep. They hit my only Plains. That sucks so bad. They also have 2 extra Ragavans in their hands, so even if I kill Kari Zev now, it doesn't even really matter. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, you got it. There's literally nothing I can do now. Like, I take 3 from Kari Zev, I, like, eat one of their guys, but they have 2 blockers, so even dealing double damage anymore doesn't matter. Like, I needed them to have nothing and to hit nothing off of my deck, and I might have been able to win that, but no. Alright. I kept a mediocre hand, but I'm also a red-white aggro deck, so mulliganing does not help a lot. Alright, also I've been on the draw all of my losses. Alright, Kytheon's actually not bad. Not mind running Kytheon out. Love seeing that. Ooh, love seeing that too. Alright, so hit him for 2. Play Magda. Oh, okay. That is fine. That's less fine, but I guess they're just going to take my angel at that point? Yeah. Down for 2, make the treasure. Play a 1/1, draw a card at the end of their turn. Okay. Like, that's bad, but at the same time it is dealing damage to them, so there is a world where that goes well for me. They're almost in range. Free flying, lifelink, death touch. Four, 5, 6, 7, and then the 3 damage from that. Yeah. Oh no, wait. That still doesn't kill them, but
Spare your gratitude. This is my duty.
alright, so we just kill
My
Revenant
grave
then.
waits justice.
Yeah, that should do it. Almost got by my own fancy play syndrome. I'm trying to figure out like how I can do things that will murder the opponents, like, or I can just, you know, minus Elspeth and kill their flyer. After I look at all the weirder options that don't kill, it's like, what if their 3/3 lifelink just evaporated real quick and then they died? That could work. That might be the play. Think maybe, just possibly, a tiny bit. Okay. Opponent goes first, and I have no 1-drop, but the rest of this is fine. Oh, now I have a 1-drop. Yeah, I need double red right now, but I could, like, top deck Adelaine. So we'll wait on that. I don't think I discard yet. I think I just beat them down first. Alright. Now I'm gonna have to discard just to get them dead faster. It doesn't matter that the card's gone forever, I just need to deal the extra point of damage to them. Hey, Todrick. I say, please, Crew Reckoner, Bankbuster, and attack me. Oh. Oh, they even blocked the trampling one for me. That was nice of them. Alright. So if I put them to 2 here... I win with a land off the top. Actually, I still win with a land off the top. It's just worse, I think. Because that thing can still attack and block. It's not quite good enough. Now they're gonna get another creature. This really matters. Yet. Alright, I might have botched this one. I do have burn spells in my deck though, so depending on how this goes, I might still just kill them. But they're on 2. When they hit 4, they get the... How do I look at the thing? Okay, there we go. Yeah, they're gonna get the Flying Haste and then the 6/1 Trample Lifelink thing, so... Need them to not... hit that in time to save them. Notably, if they don't cast anything, this gives Trample and Haste, so... Okay. Flyer. Yep, that is 2 damage I'm taking. Does Gideon do it? We have 3 cards in hand. Adelaine would be 5. Six, 7, 8. Or think that kills them? I could also make Gideon a 5/5 indestructible haste. Yeah, okay.
I march into battle as your champion of justice. My strength will carry us through.
Alright. Gonna need something pretty spectacular in their hand now. Hey. Okay. I think I almost botched that by not putting the counter on one of my guys initially with Inti. And just letting the top card get exiled, but... what we got there? I'll take it. Hey, I'm back on the play, so... summon Little Gideon first. Little Gideon, then Big Gideon. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you should always bolt the bird. Okay. And that does give them more food to work with, so that's a minor problem. Kill their blue source. Stun their land. Where's the dragon in my deck? Ah. Coming up in 2 turns. Sounds good. Also, this seems pretty alright. They don't have a counter spell here.
I walk a righteous path.
Alright.
Blessed by the gods.
Keep that pressure on then. Oh, hey Tevel. How's it going? Two, three, four, five, six. I'd like to borrow Tevel, please. Force you to trump with your one guy. Flip Kithion.
Oketra, watch over me.
Oh, it has to be target creature and opponent controls. Oh, that's actually annoying. Until your next turn, target creature gains indestructible. Untap that creature.
This ends now.
Alright, they have to attack Gideon.
Next time,
Go back up
I'll
to
be
8.
ready.
Tevil might do it for them, though. Giant flying lifelink dragon. Because this is only 8 damage on board. And they have 3 life from that thing, so... Oh, cool. Oh, right! They can't cast spells, though. Because Tevil will dome them. Okay, I accept. I wonder if they knew that. Like, if they knew they were going to die there, but they're like, I can't cast anything for the rest of the game. So they just gave up, or if they cast their spell and forgot that Tevil was going to chonk their life total there. I mean, technically they could cast a 2-drop spell as long as they gain life. I go first. But this hand is super medium. I think I have to mulligan. Better. Okay, back the mountain. It's the inspector. It's turn for right now. See if they do anything that I have to lightning helix. Nope. Okay. Like, it's bad for me long run, but that's something I have to lightning helix, so good. Alright. If we go fast enough. I mean, that's 3 life, but that does not actually add anything to the board here, so. What's that? Oh, okay. Mountain. Good for 4. Pythion. Best turn. Luvenwald Oddity. Don't super care. Yep. Hit me for 5 if they want, or they can just not attack. Okay. That's cool. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay.
The gods bless us in our righteous cause. Seize this day. The gods of this world are worthy of service.
Suppose it attacks Gideon during its controller's next turn, or we can just +1. Up that.
Justice cannot be killed.
Hopefully they spend their whole turn trying to kill Kytheon. Yep. Okay. Savage Stomp an instant sorcery. Oh. My guy's indestructible, so I have to soak damage on behalf of Gideon.
Fight on without me.
Gideon, you're not dead yet. You drama queen. That's an island. Okay, so we go to my turn.
I'm up for the challenge.
Lightning bolt, magic missile, sleep, death. Sure, why not? I won. Great. Everything's great. We're all great here. How are you doing today? Alright, so start off with a loss. We're now 6-2, so we get to do a final boss. Hooray! Honestly, I might just end the magic portion for today with this. Lord Tupperware! Cool, one of the Lords of Limited is here to wreck my day. Ooh, and a terrible opening hand. And they're on the play. Alright, well, let's take our mulligan, because that's where that's going. I think we put the 6-drop on the bottom. So, for those of you who somehow found me and are unaware, Lord Tupperware, along with... Oh, I'm gonna forget this person's name off the top of my head. Do a podcast called The Lords of Limited, and they're quite well versed in Magic the Gathering, especially the limited formats. So playing one of them in a draft, it's not going to be the best thing for me. It doesn't mean I can't win, it just means it's going to be very difficult. I am unsurprised that their turn 1 plays this, their turn 2 plays a fetch land, probably getting the land that draws them a card if at all possible. There was a slim chance they wouldn't be able to get it. It was a forest entirely, and now they're going to make their own flying Gideon. And kill mine. Yeah, I think this is kill that one. So notably, theirs is a creature, not a transforming double face token. Also, it would have to exile itself to come back as Kithion, or as Gideon, so that's not possible either. I don't know if it transforms, if it just dies at that point because it can't come back transformed, but... Yep. Oh, that's already a 3/3. Terrific. Nope, we're doing well here. Everything's fine. We're all fine. Alright, if I'm going to win this, I think I have to put pressure on them, so either they trade with their 3/3 and we trade off, so I don't take any damage there, or... yep. Yeah, everything's bad. Okay, we're running out the 1-1, just in case I draw something cool. But I don't have a ton of faith here that I can win this. Oh, also, now they have a Rogren Triumph, so they can actually protect Kithion if they want to, like, chump attack with him in order to force through damage with something else. Or it's like, okay, you can attack, you can, you know, block my Gideon, but it's not going to die, and take some damage here. Here they have a follow-up spell for the 2-2. Doesn't look like it, but they do get to double team here, so that's still bad. And I'm just gonna take it. Okay, that did kill their Gideon, so that's good. These become 4/4s with flying. I will submit 0, and yeah, we're gonna reconfigure so that way I can trade with one of. So that way I can trade my 4/4 flyer for one of their 2/2s. At this point. Or I'd be able to if I had a creature in play, so that's 9 damage. It won't be 9 damage if I don't want it to be, but I can only save 1 point of damage here, so yeah. Sure. I'm not going to win this game anymore. If they have the last point of damage right now, I'm just dead, but yeah. Okay, you got it. Well, I was on the draw with a mulligan, so like I'm already playing a player I know is overall better at the game than me, so getting to start with 2 additional handicaps on top of that against a similar deck to mine, but with just better cards overall, looked like. I mean, we did not do terrible, considering our draw. Like, we did the best we could with what we had, it just didn't work out. It's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, no, I think 6 wins and only losing to one of the better limited players, one of the better streamers online, as our final boss, is pretty good overall, I would say. Yeah, don't get me wrong, just because Tupperware is a better player than me does not mean I could not beat them there. But I was also on a mulligan and on the draw, and they seem to have drafted a better deck overall than me with a similar bent. A lot of their creatures were very aggressive, but with some built-in 2-for-1s on top of that, whereas I had a few less potential for that. Not entirely devoid of it, though, so. But yeah, so what are you gonna do? Alright, I think that's good enough for Magic for today. I just wanted to do. I'll do like a couple more of these while it's up, leading up to the Spider-Man pre-release, just to have a few more videos to post before I can start drafting Spider-Man. But that's going to do it for me for right now, so thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good rest of your day.